if you put your name and your surname here, in the next step, you are going to see how disorganized it is. It's going to look like you are sending it to yourself. Once you click on send money, it takes you to the next page that asks you to put your two-factor authentication code, include that code, and you click on authorize payment. Once you click on authorize payment, you are done. Voila, your money is sent, and you see that money gone. Image. JJ. What's up, my returning subscriber? Welcome back to my new channel. New subscriber, I talk about interesting topics, and today from the title you already know what we're talking about. Yes, how to transfer money to Canada. Yeah, all the way from where you are using the Grey app. I think that this is very useful, especially to students, you know, that want to pay their admission fees, that want to pay their first school fees, or even application fee for the first time to Canadian universities. And it's not only for them, it's also for people that want to, you know, pay rent, and they're trying to handle their first payments in Canada while they are coming from other countries, right? You can also support your family through this means in Canada. You can also make do with this, especially if you are a freelancer, right? This option is especially for people that want to have payment solution in Canada while they are not like properly grounded in Canada. I got this email about Grey telling me that they have a solution to send money from where you are, let's say for example in Nigeria, all the way to Canada. You can do the transfer, and the transfers are of two types. You can use the bank transfer, or you can use Interac. And if you don't know anything about Interac is typically the backbone of all electronic transfers in Canada. Like a lot of Canadians depend on it for splitting bills, paying rent, and a whole lot. So transfers and payments go instantly with Interac. So I think Grey has, you know, partnered with them, so it's good news to us that want to use the services, you know, to transfer whatever we want to Canada. So yeah, and note the receiving recipient, they don't need to download the Grey app. They don't need to download it in their phone. They need to do just sit down one place, and the money will enter their Canadian bank account. Yes, your institution, you can send it to your institution, and the institution receive it directly into their Canadian bank account. Yes, the transfer of two types. We have the bank transfer on the Grey app, and we have the Interac on the Grey app. The major differences between these two is just about speed and cost, right? For Interac, it enters the recipient account instantly, like on that same after the transaction is completed, and it costs more, just $3 Canadian, while the bank transfer, it takes within a business day to be completed, right? And it costs $2.5 Canadian. Unlike other payment options like, let's say, PayPal, it takes like a percentage of fee. I think the last time I heard that whatever you are transferring on PayPal can take 5% of whatever transaction you are making. This can be the same for other wire transfers you have for Canada. They take away a percentage of whatever you are sending. But in this case, whether you are using Interac or you are using bank transfer to send money to Canada, you are just going to pay a flat fee of either $2.5 Canadian for the bank transfer or $3 Canadian for the Interac. Yes, whether you are sending as high as $20,000, the flat fee is the flat fee. So at this point, if you are watching the video, I would like you to like, share, and subscribe. Send it to someone who needs it. If there's a student there trying to move to Canada that is experiencing high fees when trying to pay their school fees or admission fee, you know, you can suggest this to them, and it will help a great deal. And do not forget to turn on notifications to be notified about videos like this. Let's use University of Victoria, for example, as an institution where we are sending our application fee or paying tuition. Let's use this as an example. You can see that they have different payment methods. They have credit cards, Covera, blank wire, and other payments. So blank wire means we are using the option that we are using now, which is Grey, to pay. And you see that they have all their details here for you to send this. So, and when you are trying to send money, you should have a list of details that include the institution number and the transit number and a whole lot of that, their address as well. And if you just need to do do not be bothered. You can go down in the description box. I'm going to put it in the description box, and up in the card here you can see a hand pointing to it. Yeah, just follow that hand. It's going to link you to download the Grey app, and from there you also use my referral code. See, my referral code is MKPGUR. Say it again, MKPGUR. Yes, do not forget to input my referral code while you're trying to input your details on creating the Grey account. Yeah, do not forget that. So once you're done creating your Grey account, you're going to come over to the Grey account just as it is, your dashboard. You can also do it on your phone. You don't need to follow me on my laptop. I'm just doing because I want a broader view of my tutorial, so you can do it on the app. Just make sure you follow my steps and you are good to go. Now let's get this over with. So the first thing you want to do on your dashboard is come over to where it says money. You can see the same thing on your phone app. You click send money, and in fact, I'm going to show you how it is for both of them. That's via the bank transfer and via the Interac, so do not worry, I'm going to explain both. So first of all, let's go with the bank transfer. So we're going to click on send bank transfer, and we are going to click send to a new recipient. Send to a new recipient. Search for currency or country. We are going to use Canada as the country we are sending to. You click this again and you make sure it's Canadian dollar here. So we are in step 2 of 5 here. It tells us to it already has the country here. So payment type, you're just going to choose bank transfer. Purpose of transfer, you're going to choose, for this example it's all about education, so just choose an education, but you can choose the one that fits your narrative. Yeah, so education related student expenses. Postcode, you're going to go to check the postcode of the recipient. And it asks us to include the account number. So this 7 digits, and you make sure you remove these hyphens in the middle. You can see that 7. Then the transit number, paste the transit number. Then the institution number, 003. Yeah, you have enter first name and last name. And do not be.
If you like to support my channel, guys, you can check out the description box below and leave a little something there. You can as well choose whatever denomination applies to you in the description link. I create research-backed reviews, lifestyle tips, and eureka moments to help you solve everyday challenges. So your support goes towards creating these helpful guides, product reviews, and in-depth research, so you have those aha moments. And at the end of the day, your support really means the world to me and keeps this channel going, making a real life difference. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. I appreciate you guys.
Confused when you see this first name and last name. Is the first name and last name of the recipient. What we are having here is the first name and last name. You would think that we are sending to an institution, we are not sending to like a family member or something that would have their first name and last name. So you just want to put the institution name here as the first name, and you want to still put whatever you can recognize them with as the last name here. So do not be confused while you are trying to send things to a recipient on Grey. For this sending through Canada means you have to send to the beneficiary, that's the recipient. It's not your name. No, it's not your name. If you put your name and your surname here, in the next step you are going to see how disorganized it is. It's going to look like you are sending it to yourself. So do not scatter what you are doing. Do not have any error. So here we are going to put the name of the institution, and in your case the beneficiary would give you the beneficiary's name. Here we have list the University of Victoria as the beneficiary, so that's the name of the beneficiary we are sending to. And to back up what we put there, so we put this Swift code too to back up this, because if you don't put anything here you cannot continue. Let's put the recipient address. You click continue, click on continue. Okay, so it brings you over here. So you have to convert USD or whatever Nigerian Naira you have. If you are at this point you have Naira, and if you are at this point you have Euro or whatever you have, you cryptocurrency, you can just click on the money you have at the moment. And in this case we have United States dollars available, so let me use this. I'm just doing this for the purpose of educating you guys. I'm not really sending my money out, so I'm doing this conversion just because I love my subscribers. So let's get down into this. So the sending fee, conversion fee is 0 here. So we put in the money we want to convert, 6.5. So the conversion fee is 0.003, just minimum cents, a few cents. Like I told you, they have a flat fee for bank transfer of 2.5 Canadian dollars, right? So you go down to confirm this. So we click on continue, and it gives us this description, this transaction description. Yeah, a recipient name, of course you can see a recipient name. Like I said, recipient last name, just put this because if the institution does not have a last name, if you have sent before and you have a suggestion or you know what the last name should be, certain kind of situation, right? My comment is open for you to give us an advice. Like I am also learning as I'm educating you guys, so I would like to hear about yours. So recipient country, of course, is Canada. Recipient identifier, we put this there. Purpose of transfer, we've included that. We check the amount tendered, yeah, the total fees and the rates of which you're sending. Yeah, once you are okay with all this, yeah, because this is what the recipient is going to receive at the end of the day. Once you're okay with all this, you come all the way here to where it says what is this for, and you choose what it's for, right? In this case, you just don't have what fits our narrative, so just put bill, because this is under education. Just put bills, doesn't fit our narrative. And you want to include the narration, which is optional here. So if you have a narration, you have more explaining to do. Maybe in this narration you'd like to include your name, because right here the school said write your name on the bank wire. So there was no space, there was no selection for us to use our name. So this would be a perfect opportunity for you to enter your name, so the receiving body would know that you are the one that is sending it. So you include your full name here with your surname, so your school will know that you are the one sending this money. So once you are done, you want to come over here and click on send money. But in this case, I'm not sending the money because I'm not really paying for that. I'm not a student here. Maybe one day I'll be a student in Canada. Let's pray to God everything goes, yeah, just believe in God, maybe one day to happen. So yeah, once you're done, you click on send money, and once you click on send money to bring you over to the next page, ask you to put your two-factor authentication code, include that code, and you click on authorize payment. Once you click on authorize payment, you are done. Voila, your money is sent. And so you want to send via Interac, right? So you come over here, your dashboard, same way your mobile app, you come over here and click send money. The same way but different parts. You scroll down, so it says send via Interac, click that. Send to a new recipient, click Canada because we only have Interac for Canada. Then the same way we included all the details in the form, I'll include it here. By the way, these are just mere details I'm using online to enter here. If you have admission to a school, of course your school is going to give you all the details to send, right? I'm just using this as an example. Your school will give you all the details, even though they do not give you all the details, right? You are met with all these details on Grey app. You go back to your school and ask them for all the details. Yeah, you ask them for all the details if you are sending through a bank transfer on the Grey app, via the Interac or via the bank transfer pathway, right? You just ask for those information from your school. The same thing goes for your school fees. And if you are scared, right, of paying a huge sum to your school, you can try little payments. Let's say, for example, maybe you can send $10 or $30, something like that, to the school's account, and then go back to the school, because you should have like should I say a facilitator. There should be a representative of the school that guide you, that's guiding you through the process, guiding you through the process of everything. If you ask them all this, they're going to come with all this information, right? Even though it includes how to pay your school fees, there's definitely a way of showing you how to pay. It's just that majority of the options that they give out come with percentages on the amount you are sending. So you want to try a cheaper option. Of course, if you're in good communication and in good standing with them, you send little amount and ask them if they've received that amount before you can be able to send a bigger amount like your school fees, either half payment or full payment. Yeah, we are Grey just because Grey offers a flat fee no matter how small or how large. So you include the first name, that's the school's name. Like I said, this is the fee for the Interac, so they're going to remove this flat fee no matter how small or large. When you come over the way here, I know that this is the amount that your school, your institution, or whoever you're sending to is going to receive it. So you come over here and you click on continue, and once you are done here, you click on send money. Once you click on send money, it takes you to the next page that asks you to put your two-factor authentication code, include that code, and you click on authorize payment. Once you click on authorize payment, you are done. Voila, your money is sent, and you see that money gone image. And you know that your money has been instantly and seamlessly sent to whoever you are sending it to. Which one would you like, the Interac or the bank transfer? It's up to you. If you use this option for sending money to Canada, I would like to know in the comments below, and also tell me where you are watching from, what country. Also, I have other videos on Grey. You want to check my playlist at 2.0 transaction. I have less stressful ways and ways that will save you cost once you're trying to navigate with exchanging Naira and other currencies. So you want to check out that and find out which one that interests you. That's basically it for how to send money to Canada using the two pathways we have on Grey. If you're watching this right now and you like the quality of this content, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share to someone that needs this information. Turn on notifications to be notified on my next video. Until I come your way next time with another interesting video as this is the JJ. Peace.